Can you please just build us to my room?
Mine too?
No, because I hate you, bitch.
Trying to what?
All right, and guys, this is one of those laid-back videos, not scripted, not a lot of fun visuals on the screen. I might have some like random photos up here, but just keep in mind this is just a relaxed, toned-down video, so you don't have to pay attention to the screen. You can listen if you want. I mean, I hope you do. And you know, as always, thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment your thoughts after you finish the video. And this is pretty much addressing a question I've been thinking about recently in regards to myself. You know, am I bitter? Am I a bitter person? I mean, when it comes to being bitter, it's just like a variety of things. It's not just, you know, oh man, Jeremy, you still hung up over that girl that, you know, you had your situation with earlier this month. Is it about not hitting 100,000 subscribers yet? It does have to do with the fact that, you know, still no contact from Tyler Perry Studios. Kind of a mix of all those things, but I don't know. Well, so basically, you know, I'm getting back on track this week. I decided, you know what, last week of the month, let me finish up strong. And like that meme, you know, January was just a free trial. February 1st is going to be my official start to the new year. So this week I've definitely been doing better, eating better. Like I didn't like depression eat after that whole girl situation went down last Thursday, because long story short, you know, I did respond to her message and kind of had a back and forth, because one thing that's a pet peeve of mine is when people tell me how I feel. Like when I say I'm in pain, or in this case I'm broken, and then they say I'm not broken, things get said, and then it's like, you know, oh, you have to explain yourself. And I know this is a character flaw of mine, but I am not the kind of person that likes to explain myself. And because of that, that comes across as if I'm shutting people out, not being open, I'm being cold and unemotional. Yeah, I know that's a problem, but that's kind of how I am. And at the end of the day, it came down to that message, and here's why I stopped messaging back. Oh, well, I understand now because you told me, but I thought the last time we talked, you know that I'm not interested in you. I thought that was made obvious. In reference to, you know, when she came over before Thanksgiving break, and then after that the messages just stopped because she was talking with that guy. Then they worked things out, then they got together, and then that led to me being broken earlier this month, as you all know. So basically, this is like the third time in the past year the last message between me and the girl was them saying, oh, I'm not interested in you. After that, I just shut down in terms of, you know what, walking away. So ever since then, you know, I've been doing somewhat better. I love it when people, and I haven't like told a bunch of people this, but you know, just a couple people in my corner. Obviously my roommate knew about it because he's actually within the same friend group as her. So they see each other like every day, you know, in the friend group and whatnot. She was talking trash, pretty much making it seem like I was the one who was, you know, coming after her in regards to, oh, these guys just keep coming after me. And, you know, this guy says, you know, I broke him and he just doesn't get the signal and stuff. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm done with that. Yeah, I'm just done. And people, you know, say, Jeremy, you know what? You're lucky you dodged the bullet and yada, yada, yada. Look, I've been single for like 12 years now. Sometimes a nigga just want to get grazed with the bullet. It's like you don't want to take the full force of the impact, but you want to feel something. You want to feel like David said in last night's episode, I don't want pain medication. I want to feel this. That bitch did this. That bitch. Yeah, that's kind of how I was. Like, you know, sometimes feeling something is better than feeling nothing. I'm damn sure that Charlie Brown said that at one point or another. I've always been a Peanuts fan, and it isn't until I reach, you know, young adult to adult age where Charlie Brown really resonates with me. Like, I've always had the same girl problems as Charlie Brown, and I'll be damned if I haven't had a thing for redheads since I was 4. So I can relate to Charlie Brown. I got more hair, and I'm the color of Franklin, but I can relate to Charlie Brown. But yeah, I was just dealing with that. And, you know, to be honest, I've just been, that caused me not to, you know, stay on my health kick. So I was eating junk for like 2 days, but I got back on track. Honestly, I could tell my body's, you know, just readjusting to more fiber, more water. So that's good. So I am in recovery, if you will, slowly but surely. But, that's the one thing that shuts me down. Like when somebody abruptly says like I have no interest in you, then that literally makes me pissed off and I'm just done. Because it's more like, well, you should have known this, and pretty much this isn't going anywhere further than where it already is. In 2019, like I said at the end of 2018, like I was just cutting people off. You know, people just added no positivity to my life. So it's just one of those things where sometimes some things are better left unsaid, but then there's a part of you that wants to know why something happened. That's pretty much where I was with that. Then a couple days ago, I think I mentioned this in my trailer breakdown for last night's episode of Surgeon. You know, one of my good friends who I've talked with on the regular for years, out of nowhere, she got a boyfriend too. And I actually talked with her yesterday about it. And I literally said, you know, I don't think that I ever really said I'm happy for you. Like, I remember when she told me, I was like, oh, that's cool. But I actually told her, like, look, I'm really happy for you because, you know, you graduated from, you know, medical school last month, studying for a big exam that can, you know, help elevate you to the next step of getting into a career. And now you found a boyfriend. So that's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I had a little bit of a thing for her, but we were good friends. So no matter what happened, I would have been happy. But in that moment yesterday, that's when I knew that I was truly a lot better than I was last week when I had that, you know, back and forth with that girl. Better than I was January the 6th when I saw that relationship status. And then I was like shut down for like 3 days, because you really can't be happy for someone else unless you're happy with yourself. Now, I'm not saying like I'm joyful and I'm happy with everything in my life, but I actually felt some happiness by seeing someone else happy. And just hearing her talk about the guy was just great because, you know, I'm used to her being, you know, kind of run down and exhausted. School, church, what have you, babysitting, house sitting, you know, making money on the side, doing that stuff. But to actually have her just be happy, and you can tell through the messaging that she was happy, that made me feel better in the sense that, you know what, I might not have myself together, but at least somebody I know is, you know, found somebody and their year's off to a good start. So yeah, that just let me know in that moment, like, yeah, I do feel happiness. So I am doing better in that scenario. But, you know, then next Thursday, you know, I have the privilege to go to a local middle school and speak at like a career day, career fair, whatever. I don't know what they call it nowadays, because everything I remember like the Scholastic Book Fair and, you know, career day, show and tell and all this stuff. And now they just changed the name of everything. So I don't know what it's called, but basically it's like an event for middle school. And I actually took a brief drive yesterday evening, you know, just to make sure I know where it is. It's not even like 10 minutes away from my apartment. It kind of sucks though, because setup begins at 8 and it goes from 9 to 11:45. So technically I'll be back in my apartment a little afternoon, if you will, because I'm more of a stay up till 8 in the morning than, you know, wake up at 8. So I got my sleeping pattern down for that, or I will, because I have about over a week. But it's going to be pretty fun. I actually ordered business cards. I actually put that on the screen here, and Vistaprint. Like, I did get an undergraduate degree in communications, but that was more advertising, public relation. Graphic design was not my strong suit, so I did pick the design and everything, and I figured, okay, what's going to be a good way to do it? And Vistaprint, my gosh, it's great how they have like 500 for $20, but I wanted to put a back to the card, but that was way too expensive. So blank on the back, everything on the front. You know, I got all my social media, and I was hesitant to put eBay, but I'm like, you know what? I need 3 on each side, and plus this will show kids you got to have a hustle. Like, you know, you can't just put all your eggs in one basket. Like, YouTube is good, it pays the bills and whatnot, but you need to have another side hustle. So for me, that's eBay. And like, if you haven't checked out my eBay, you're missing out, because I have about 80 items in there right now: action figures, video games, trading cards, what have you. Links in the description below. So it's really good that that's going well. So, you know, so we talked about the whole girl situation. You know, I'm feeling a little bit better happy wise, and again, just drinking more water, eating more greens. I'm really feeling the benefits of that again. Like, it's like 2 days you fall off, and then it's like, oh crap. Because the worst thing is, you know, you can't spend your time dwelling and thinking about someone who isn't giving you the time of day, not even a second, because they're off having a good time while you're just, you know, wallowing in self-pity, and that's not really going to help anybody. And then moving on to the next thing, my W-2s actually got sent to my parents' house instead of my apartment. So I went there, was it Saturday? Then I came back to my apartment Sunday, and my mom called me that morning. It's like, what's Google? And I'm like, oh, are we really doing this right now? And, you know, I don't know about y'all, but I come from a house where your mail is their mail. Like, you know, they open it regardless if it has your name on it because they want to see what's inside, make sure, you know, whatever. So I was on the phone. And if you remember, I think I mentioned this in my episode trailer breakdown for The Surgeon. I said that, you know, aside from the whole girl thing, my sister in the wreck, then I got to deal with, you know, yeah, I think I mentioned it because it was earlier this month, that whole girl thing, when I actually went home because I was like so depressed about it. And instead of being able to talk about it, all I got hit was, when are you getting a real job? When are you getting a job with benefits and everything? Then I just left the next day because I was pissed. Now, being that they opened my mail and they saw how much I made on YouTube last year, oh, I heard nothing about getting another job. I just heard you made doing that. And then I got another one for eBay because, you know, eBay sent me a breakdown of what I made last year. And when they saw those numbers, they're like, oh, what? You oh my gosh, if you start reviewing Greenleaf and all these other shows, you'll be making bank. It's like, I can't believe it. And I'm just like, yeah, I did that because I put my mind to it. And I said I wasn't going to leave that call center job unless I was dedicated to the craft, because this was something that I wanted to do. And I knew I wouldn't be able to accomplish it working from a cubicle for people 40 hours a week, making next to nothing when I'm bringing in a ton of money. And I'd rather take a pay cut, you know, starting off doing my own thing and then continuously seeing it grow. So that I took the gamble and it paid off. So now all of a sudden people want to contribute ideas to what kind of videos, really talking about, you know, my home and everything. So yeah, that made me feel some kind of way. It's like, oh, now you want to invest in me in regards to what I do. So yeah, I'm good on that. I'm good. Even my sister was like, cause she was mad because she had to go to work that day. She pretty much is like a manager at Wendy's now, at the Wendy's back in the hometown, and you know, got all those young people working there who don't want to do their jobs. And she's like, Jeremy, you know, if you need an assistant or whatever, if you want me to go in business with you, I'm serious about it. I'm just like, well, I'm hesitant. I think Kev on Stage, and I love me some Kev on Stage videos, man. I tell you what, he was pretty much talking about this in various videos. Like, you know, people don't want to invest in you until they see that you're making your dream happen. Like, you know, when I first quit that job, well, nobody offered me like, hey, I know you don't have a steady paycheck coming in anymore. Here's a couple $20 to help you get by with groceries or gas. No, I was here by myself. Like, remember, I didn't start eBay until around June or July last year. And, you know, YouTube pays once a month. And I did have money in savings and whatnot, but that was just enough to tide me over for about 3 or 4 months. So now all of a sudden they see how much I'm making because they open my mail. Now they want to, you know, give ideas and whatnot. Sorry, you had your chance. It's like my sister, you know, before she was working at Wendy's, and I ain't trying to put her on blast, I'm just telling the story. You know, she was pretty much doing nothing. I mean, I think she took classes at a school for like a couple semesters, but she would just hang out with friends. And I'm like, and this was when I was still at the call center. I'm like, I envy you so much. You have all the time in the world and you're doing nothing with it. If I had the time you had, I would be like selling all that stuff I got in the storage building on eBay. I'd be figuring out music and stuff like that. And, you know, then it's like, again, I just watched like an hour-long episode of Righteous and Ratchet, Kev on Stage and Doughboy talking about, you know, Doughboy quit his job. And Kev said something on there in regards to work your job, but maintain your hustle until your hustle replaces your job. That's pretty much what I did. Because, man, this video is going to be a long one, folks. Like, this is a 14-minute mark almost. So, guys, like, this is one of those, like, lay back, listen, have some fun, because I'm really just going to jump around various topics, because this is stuff that's been, like, in my mind over the past couple of days, and I wanted to share them with you. And, yeah, you know, just talking about W-2s, I started my taxes, not that they support or advertise, but personally, I use TurboTax. If there's any other better recommendations, let me know. But I've been using it for like the past 5 years, and this was my first full year of self-employment, so I was afraid of, you know, oh my gosh, if it turns out that I owe a ton of money, I'm screwed. I'm gonna have to call the IRS like, look, y'all seen what I made. Is there any way we can work out a payment plan or something? I was scared to death, and I haven't fully finished yet, but I've gotten through a bulk of it in regards to, okay, I'm uploading my W-2s, I'm you know, updating healthcare, all that other good stuff. And after I put in my YouTube W2, because YouTube or Google was the official one, eBay's more of a other income based whatever, because eBay's like it's just a whole nother beast in itself. I remember entering the numbers for YouTube and how much I made, and then when I saw that gray amount, I'm like, wait, what's this federal income due and then state taxes due? And I'm like, that's not green. So I Googled it and I'm like, this is how much you owe. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm screwed. But as I entered my expenses, that whittled down the number. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. So hopefully by the time I'm done, I'm in the green instead of not even the red, but the gray. So I'm thankful for that, because that's another reason I wanted to do this video, because I have jotted down. And guys, if you hear background noise, it's that wind. And, you know, in Virginia, it's not as bad as other, what's called like the polar vortex or whatever you call it. I know it's a place I don't want to be. So if you hear like a bunch of whoo in the back, that's the wind blowing. But yeah, you know, over the year, you know, I've kept track on like expenses, cleaning stuff, new equipment, all that stuff. And then for eBay, the shipping costs, the boxes, and what eBay fees and everything. I never realized, like I kept my records, but I never added it up. But I didn't realize how much money I was spending on stuff. And that's another reason I want to do this video, aside from, you know, am I bitter about certain things, but I'm also grateful, because it truly taught me that when you invest your time and your life into something, there are going to be sacrifices. There's going to be a lot of money put into it. But at the end of the day, you're going to reap what you sow. And all that money I put into doing various things over the past year, from the giveaways I started doing, the time I put into social media, buying a new microphone, getting a new laptop, and the list goes on, and the list goes on. And just seeing how that's been working out is something else. And I remember on eBay, the last time I had checked like my seller account to see how much I made, I kept track of that just to see, okay, I can't wait till I hit $1,000. That'll feel like a huge milestone for me. $1,000, getting at least 200 buyers to leave eBay feedback. That's going to be like my goal for the end of the year. And when I saw how much I made on eBay a couple days ago, I was like, holy crap. My mom flipped, obviously, because I told her I'm taking it seriously. Like, this is my life. This is something I wanted to do, and I'm going to make the best of it. And I did. Like, all the work I've been doing, it's been paying off, and it's been showing. So that actually kept me encouraged over the past couple of days. So, you know, yesterday when I had to talk to my friend about, you know, her new relationship, I was able to think back. It's like, you know what? Because she said something that kind of floored me, and it just made me mad, because, you know, it's the simple things that really just piss me off. It's like, I know this, but it worked for somebody else, but then it didn't work for me. And in that one moment, I was mad, not at her, but for myself. And the fact that, you know, yeah, you know, we've been talking for a while, and it was just one of those things where I found it when I wasn't looking for it, and I just felt it was the right time, and then it happened. I'm just like, I was thinking to myself, well, damn, I wasn't looking for what, you know, I thought I had, and then me and this girl had a falling out, so why didn't it work for me? Yeah, I guess it wasn't my time or whatever. It was bullshit. You know, it sucks. But, you know, I'm not bitter. I'm a little crabby, but I'm not bitter. But I'm okay. I'm okay. So, you know, just hopefully I'll be able to finish taxes by, you know, the end of the week. No rush. Well, technically, I'm going to finish them sooner than later due to the whole government temporarily being open. But we'll get to that when we get to that. And yeah, so yeah, girl situation, taxes, all that, and now people all of a sudden want to, you know, congratulate me on what I'm doing and everything. And it's just like, well, for the past year, all I've heard is, you know, when are you getting a real job? And it's just like, I remember before I quit Liberty, I told my mom, I'm not asking you for money. I'm just asking for your support in regards of, here's my decision. Do you support it? And she said, yeah. And I'll never forget, 3 days after I quit the job, oh, are you looking for new work? I'm like, what? So yeah, people, I have like interesting relations with my parents, if you will, because now you know why I probably spend my time alone, because I'd rather be struggling alone than to have people constantly whispering things of negativity in my ear. And that's the thing, when people try to give you advice, or they think they're giving you advice, but really it's like they're cutting you at your knees, kind of thinking like, I'm not doing anything that's, you know, affecting you. This is my life. This is my decision. I'm not asking you for a dime. So then for you to constantly talk about what I could be doing, it's no better than being a child and being compared to another child. Because I don't think people or parents realize what they do to children while they're young and how that affects them when they grow up. So whatever. And in any case, yeah, you know, just devoting more quiet time. That's been good too. Reading some verses. Like whenever I get upset, instead of just wallowing in the dark, and by that I just mean like, you know, brooding, just sitting there doing nothing like Batman, I turn on a light, grab my Bible, and then, you know, let the Spirit lead me to whatever word it is, and go from there. So that's been helping as well. So yeah, so I guess life is getting better. I'm not going to say I'm fine. I'm just going to say that I'm better than I was several days ago. I guess it's the best way to put it. And like I said, just, you know, finding happiness and my friend being happy was a sign that I'm doing all right. Let's just leave it at that. And another plus, even though it's frigid outside, at least it didn't snow yesterday. They were calling for snow in the area. I think I don't even think we got rain yesterday. So the sun is out, but Lord, the temperature is down. But moving on to probably the most important purpose of this video. And I did a video on this several weeks ago. I was talking with one person, then it led to different conversations with different people. And again, people congratulating me for, hey, you finally got more subscribers than Ashley Miller, who, you know, was, you know, quietly my rival, if you will, when it comes to the biggest channel for have and have not videos. And I think I'm like 400 ahead of her. And I said, great. That was like my goal. My main goal when I got YouTube, or at least when I hit like 30,000 subscribers, I want to beat Liberty University's YouTube channel in terms of subscribers, not necessarily views. Because I feel like if I pass Liberty, that'll be like a milestone. Like, you know, I beat the person or the place that employed me for 3 years. And then Ashley Miller is like the only other big, when I say big channel, I mean 40,000 plus YouTube channel that does have and have not reviews. I mean, she does reviews, but I don't think there are any other channels out there to do as intensive videos as I do. And it was like, okay, once I pass her, that'll be like, you know, another plateau. And then from there, 100,000. And, you know, I finally did that. And also because the people who congratulated me did say, so has Tyler Perry contacted you yet? And no. So this part, I guess, is like part 3 of my video here. But it has to do with the whole, man, I still haven't been contacted by Tyler Perry. Am I bitter? Am I upset? Because, you know, people are like, you know, Ashley Miller, you finally got more subscribers, but, you know, she got a phone call for Tyler Perry. She got invited to like Atlanta, California, wherever you want to call it. And, you know, she met Tyler Perry in person, and yada, yada, yada. And you got this huge channel where you do nonstop Tyler Perry content, not just on the haves and the have-nots, but as other shows, yet you haven't been contacted by him at all. It's like, man, that sucks. And I said this countless times that, hey, I'm fine. Like, you know, the purpose of this channel wasn't to get Tyler Perry's attention. It was to create a huge community for the haves and have not fan base to transition from Twitter to WordPress to a more active platform and grow. And then over time, it grew bigger. Then over time, it led to me being able to leave my job. Once I got that YouTube partner certified and I got monetization, and I said, you know what? I'm making enough money to pay my bills. Peace, I'm out, call center. I was happy. After that, you know, I was just like, yo, let's just keep on going, getting these numbers up. And that led to where I am now. So I've said it before, like, you know, the YouTube channel is the cake. No, the YouTube channel is like the plate. The have and have nots are the fan base, be it the subscribers to my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. That's like the actual cake itself. The like the lemon glaze on it, that's going to be like all the opportunities I've had to speak with the cast members on a semi-regular basis, the autographs I gotten. And, you know, if you want to put even more icing and all that other good stuff on the cake, like sprinkles or whatnot, that's if Tyler Perry ever contacted me. So even if Tyler Perry never contacted me, let's say for whatever reason, guys, I'm just speaking hypothetically here. Let's say if the haves and the have-nots ends season 7 sometime in 2020, if that's the end of the show, and for whatever reason I decide to convert the channel to whatever new project Tyler Perry has, and the channel begins to falter and I have to find another job or whatever, if nothing ever happens after that, I will be satisfied, because this channel has taken me to a place I never thought I would be able to be. Living off of YouTube, being able to communicate and meet so many awesome and amazing people, getting autographs, and, you know, getting friendly messages from the cast members and whatnot. This is like a dream I never knew I had. So in a way, yeah, I've always said, you know, Tyler Perry, whatever happens, happens, but I've been able to communicate with some amazing people. The thing is, those whispering, and this is not talking about the people who talk to me, like, you know, saying I wish it would stop. That's not it at all. It's just like when you have enough people, you know, kind of hyping you up, you kind of feel the hype, but then you got to ground yourself. It's like, I deserve to be invited to Tyler Perry Studios. I deserve to get that phone call from Tyler Perry. I deserve to be on the writing team. And once again, Kev on stage did an amazing video. It's like, you deserve nothing. I resonate with that. It's like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. Because I've thought about several things, you know, and I've said it ever since I began this channel. I don't work for Tyler Perry. I don't work for OWN. I don't work for Oprah. I don't work for Tyler Perry Studios. I don't write for the haves and the have-nots. I'm not on the haves and the have-nots. I have no idea where things are going. Remember, there was a major amount of time where I didn't even read episode synopsis. But once the channel got bigger, people began sending me stuff. So yeah, if you've been on this channel long enough, even back in Twitter, WordPress, I would never do any videos with spoilers because I never looked at it. I never looked at them. And when it comes down to it, I thought, you know, people thought I was legitimately on the show for the longest time. People thought I was Tyler Perry and whatnot. I'm like, look, that's why I started doing live streams and whatnot. But in any case, I do feel some kind of way sometimes when people keep telling me that, because when you think that you deserve something, that's when you realize you need to be humbled. So yeah, I do feel some kind of way looking back at the whole, like, look, I've been doing this for years. And I think the biggest thing for me was, I'd say March, April, around the time Acrimony came out, and there was a video that Tyler Perry actually posted to his social media about, I think it was like TV reviews or something like that. I forgot the exact channel. And this channel maybe had 10,000, 14,000 subscribers. It was just a video debating on Acrimony. Did Melinda, did she deserve anything? I forgot the ex-husband's name, but, you know, did she deserve anything or whatever? And, you know, he was happy to share that. And I'm like, yo, I've been doing this Have and Have Not channel for like 2 or 3 years now. Some of these videos crack 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 views. I never got so much as a retweet, a Twitter like, sharing one of my videos on his social media. So that made me upset in some kind of way. But looking back, it's kind of like, well, you know, Acrimony was, you know, his baby, if you will. So, you know, to have people talk about, like, I remember one time he was at, I want to say Tyler Perry Studios, and there were like 3 women in the parking lot who were talking about Acrimony, and he gladly recorded them and shared the video on social media. So yeah, that made me kind of pissed off. It's like, dude, for real? Like, this channel's booming and I'm doing all this stuff and I'm not even getting so much as a shout out, because yeah, you know me, 100,000 subscribers and I'm good to go. Like, I'll still do the channel, but for me, that's like a major milestone. I feel like I'll put less pressure on myself, but at the same time, I feel like that's a rite of certification, a rite of passage to show that, yeah, you know what? I did quit my job. I was risking it all and it's paid off. So for me, that's like the biggest achievement I can accomplish at this point. But, yeah, I have felt certain ways when I see that kind of stuff on the social media, but that hasn't stopped me from doing what I'm doing. So my end goal isn't to let me pump out videos until Tyler Perry notices me. Nah, because going back to what I mentioned a few minutes ago about not working for Tyler Perry and whatnot, being able to say what I want, the one thing I don't want this channel to ever be thought of as is like a gossip channel or a rant channel or a hater channel, because I love the haves and the have-nots. I don't know if you got the memo, because I wouldn't be doing this channel if I didn't love it. I mean, going back to the show like The Pains, I just stopped watching it and I stopped reviewing it, because if you go to my Pains playlist, you will see I did episode reviews for like every episode, but then I just stopped around episode 17 or whatever, because I said this show isn't improving. I'm not wasting my time. If you listen to the last few videos, they were literally rant videos about how bad the episode was. I'm like, I don't have it in me to continue ranting about a show I don't care about. Tyler Perry can do way better than this, and I just don't. I don't want to put my energy into something I don't care about. I'd rather do have not videos even while on hiatus because of the fact that at least that's something I care about doing. And then I thought, you know what? That's probably why I maybe never got contacted by Tyler Perry, because, well, I speak my mind. But the thing is, even when I don't like something, I offer suggestions as to how I want it, or excuse me, how I think it might have been better. If, you know, what if this character did this, or, you know, why was that storyline sped up while this one was just brought to a halt? There's no resolution to it. So even if people say, you know, how can you say you don't like this and that? You're a Candace hater. You talk bad about Veronica. Well, if you've been on the channel long enough, and if you look through my playlist, you will clearly see that even when I say I dislike a character, I will give a character props when they do something good. Or I'll say, you know what? This character has a character development in this particular episode. But the one thing I don't want this channel to ever be thought of as something that's just created to hate on stuff. That's not it at all. So I'm thinking maybe I've said some things in videos that Tyler Perry caught, and it's like, you know what? I don't really want to work with this guy because he said this and that. I don't know. I don't want to say he's petty or anything, but this is a business. So, I mean, if people hear something they don't like, it's like, if he's saying that about me on his own doing stuff, now imagine if he's behind the scenes and this. I don't know. Like, guys, I'm just speculating here. But like I said, it would be an honor to get that, you know, phone call or that private message or whatever the case may be. So, I'm not going to sit up here and lie and act like I wouldn't be excited to get that contact from Tyler Perry. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. It does kind of suck that it hasn't happened yet. But at the same time, I said it before, that's not the reason I do this channel. This channel was just to create a community, and it's growing and growing and growing. And I'm excited to see what it will become, you know, in the upcoming year. You know, what will the channel look like 2020 this time? January 2020. I don't know. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so when people ask, you know, man, Tyler Perry still hasn't contacted you yet? Nope. And guys, once again, if you've been on this channel long enough, if Tyler Perry ever contacted me, you would know. I mean, unless it was one of those things where I couldn't tell that he contacted me. If it was like some big project and it's like, don't tell anybody until the project's done, and then I get to talk. But just so you know, as a disclaimer, nothing like that has ever happened. And I'm not saying this disclaimer to hide something, because I'm dead serious. Nothing has happened. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like, it would be pretty damn awesome to get that confident. But like I said, when we get that 100,000 subscriber mark and I get that plaque in the mail, because it only takes 2 weeks to actually be created and sent to me, that's it. Like, I don't care. Like, Tyler Perry, if he never contacts me, my hands are throwing up. I don't give a damn. I will keep doing what I'm doing, because that plaque is my that's my goal right there. We'll see what happens after that. But yeah, I mean, once I hit that, you know, okay, I passed Ashley Miller. It's like people were like, yo, man, he's going to contact you now. No, haven't heard anything. No. I mean, yeah, because he's currently on the Madea tour. Then the movie's coming out soon. And, you know, it's going to be it. But, you know, people like, wow, this is the #1 show on OWN. You've been doing this for years and still nothing? Nah. But I'll tell you what, I mentioned this in another video I recently recorded. I haven't put up on the channel yet. I think it was a video about the Madea tour. What was it? Madison on Instagram. I responded to a story of his or something. I forgot what I said. I think it was like, you know, hey, you did a great job on the show or whatever last night. We talked for about an hour back and forth. And, you know, I brought up my channel and I'm like, yo, I'd love to give you a shout out or something like that in the video. And I sent him the channel like, oh, I know you. You're the guy that called me creepy. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, in that video. I'm like, can you refresh my memory? Because, guys, you know, like, sometimes I'm posting 5-6 videos a day and like 20 some a week. So sometimes I remember stuff, sometimes I don't. And then he mentioned that episode review where it's like, yeah, when I, you know, flirted with Jeffrey and I said, yeah, you know, you like me. And I was like, oh, that video. And it's like, well, because, you know, the way Madison just came on to Jeffrey and Jeffrey's like, wait, what? And he's like, no, I'm just playing. I'm like, that was cool. So to me, and ironically enough, that conversation didn't happen too long after somebody had talked to me about why hasn't Tyler Perry contacted you yet. And, yeah, I mean, that was kind of like verification for me. Like, yo, this dude, actually knows about me. Like, I don't know if he's like watching my episode reviews. I don't know if somebody relayed the message to him like, dude, this guy said you're creepy. But to actually have, you know, a cast member say that was pretty cool to actually have somebody recite my video like that. So, I mean, like I said before, to actually get confirmation from, you know, cast members like that's pretty cool. I mean, that's more than I could ask for. And then, you know, some people have said, you know, well, there's no doubt that like the cast have told Tyler Perry about you and this and that. And I mean, that's great, but that's not the same as, you know, him contacting me, because the entire cast, past, present, and future, could have said, Tyler Perry, there's this channel out here talking about the show. But, you know, I mean, that's good in theory, but unless, you know, I hear from the man himself, it's kind of like, well, hey, it's like, you know, if your supervisor at your job tells the big man, the director, that, you know, hey, this guy in the cubicle 7, he's doing amazing, and, you know, you don't hear from the big boss himself, then does it really count? I mean, I don't feel like I'm getting a raise from that. So that's how I feel. But am I bitter? Nah. I mean, sometimes I feel a bit like, you know, why hasn't the dude contacted me? But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm just working. I'm running my own race. I'm just grateful that Tyler Perry Studios has arranged it so I'm not being flagged for videos. I remember that was a major problem when I was first getting into YouTube, you know, when things were starting to blow up, and I was being flagged on videos for copyright. But then I was lucky enough to speak with a certain person, not Tyler Perry, an employee at Tyler Perry Studios, and they arranged it to remove my videos from being flagged in my channel. So I'm grateful for that, because without that, I wouldn't be able to do this full time. So I am grateful for Tyler Perry Studios for that. So that's at least one contact, and actually a second contact. But this was like last month. I left a voicemail. One of my videos got copyright claim, and I'm like, look, this video has no, this was my episode review for Exhausted, which was the 2018 finale, and I said, wait, there's no videos or anything, it's just pictures. And that video had like 40,000 hits. I'm like, yo, you messing up my money. So within 12 hours, it was lifted. Like, unfortunately, I didn't get to speak with anybody, but I did leave a voicemail, so somebody actually got it. So I guess that's what happened. So once again, that's like blessing number 2. So maybe number 3 will be the big man himself contacting me. I don't know. Am I hopeful? Like I said, that'll be like the sprinkle on the cake. Not necessary, but it'll be a nice touch. So yeah, that's where I'm at in my life in regards to lack of a love life. And I'm not going to lie, when Valentine's Day comes around, I will be Scrooge. That is me every freaking year. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. That's who I am. I'm barricaded away. I don't want any lovey-dovey stuff on my, you know, I just don't want to see that crap, everybody in their relationships and shit. And I'm just over here waiting until the 15th where I'll buy half off candy and just treat myself. But now, you know, I'm laying off the candy, but you know what I mean. But, what's the 15th? That is a Valentine's Day is on a Thursday, so yeah, God, that sucks. So, yep, guys. Well, actually, you know, fingers crossed, I do get something back on my tax return instead of, oh, I should get taxes back around that time. So that'll be pretty good. But that's where I'm at in life, spiritually, health wise, lack of a love life, not getting contacted by Tyler Perry. But at the end of the day, am I bitter? Not really. Probably like a sour taste in my mouth, but not bitter. But guys, just thank you all so much for the you know, thoughts and, you know, concerns about how I'm doing. I'm doing all right. You know, a lot better than I thought. Like, and again, like last year this time, the channel had maybe 13,000 subscribers, and we're knocking on the door at 63. So I mean, that's a huge blessing in itself, and made 2019 bring in a lot of other blessings that, you know, I never even saw fit. Like I said in another video, I mean, maybe a lot of things are going down and people, you know, just being walked out of my life. This month is a show that, hey, you know, it's early, it's a new year, we're going to, you know, cut some, you know, pull some weeds up and allow you to grow some more. I mean, that's like Medea said, you know, people in your life are like, you know, the parts of a tree. So I guess that's the best way to look at it. So yeah. So if you've made it this far, once again, you are a trooper, and I appreciate you very much. Hoping next week the trip to the middle school goes well. You know, hopefully I don't get sick, because that's one thing I do appreciate about working from home. I'm not in an office or a closed-in area of a bunch of people. So hopefully I haven't been sick in a long time. I'm praying that doesn't happen again, but I'll have my Germ-X and whatnot, you know, because schools, you know, I went to public school, I know. But yeah, I'm hoping to inspire some people, you know, just say, you know, tell them what it's like to be a YouTuber. By no means do I feel like I'm a celebrity in any way, but I do feel like I do have an audience, and that actually speaks volumes. I just want to pray that I instill some knowledge in them. And it's just like kids today, and I know I sound like a full-grown old man, but they don't know how easy they got it. The access to technology they have. There are kids making millions of dollars on YouTube reviewing toys. They're set for life. They don't even know it yet. So hopefully I'm able to, you know, guide them a bit, you know, in the best way I can. And yeah, there will be a period within the next week where I'll probably have like a little playlist I'm going to put together. So when I hand the kids my business card, like, look, go to the channel. There's a playlist. I'm probably going to name it like How to YouTube. That way, you know, they'll have some tips and hints there. And also, you know, if you're a teenager, an adult, whatever, and you kind of want to know how to get started, I'm going to make it as easy as possible to follow, because I'm by no means a full expert. I'm still learning, because this is a platform that's always changing. So yeah, but with that being said, this was a good talk. I mean, at the moment I'm talking to myself because, well, I haven't put the video up yet, but hope this gives you a little bit of an insight as to how I'm doing. And my hair is growing back quicker. I'm not used to my hair being this long, because I remember I did my live stream yesterday. It was like one side of my head was going one way, the other was going the opposite. I'm like, yeah, I wish I might get my hair cut down like I usually do, but I don't know. The fade thing is like pretty interesting. I don't know if I want to do like a full mohawk. I don't think that's me, but a fade actually isn't that bad. We'll have to wait and see how things. I might go to the barber shop next week, or maybe before I go to the school. We'll have to wait and see. But, you know, pray for me. I'll pray for you. And, you know, if you're not the praying Christian type, then, you know, just send me positive vibes. I'll send them back your way. And, yeah, we'll just keep this on rocking. The video is going to keep coming, because I got to keep paying bills. And, yeah, we'll just wait and see what happens. Maybe next month, maybe I'll get a boo. Maybe I'll get that contact from Tyler Perry. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But all I'm going to do is focus on my goals. That's all I can do. Try to be a better person. Try to be a better YouTuber. And let me know your thoughts. Do you have any things you want to talk about? I don't know. I'll definitely be reading the comments on this one, because it's really cool to read those encouraging thoughts and whatnot, because it's true. Like, you know, you never know how one compliment or positive word can actually help another person during their walk. But thanks so much for tuning in. You know the drill. Subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'm not asking for a cent of your money. I'm just asking for a few seconds of your time and space on your social media. So if you would, share this channel around with your friends, hashtag HAHN. If you want to help with the movement of get Tyler to contact Jeremy, tweet Tyler Perry. Just send him links and videos like, yo, this dude, call him, tweet him, message him, pull a Jeffrey Owens. I don't know. Wait and see. But yeah, I appreciate any subscribers you help me bring to the channel, because I'm just one guy. And if you know of any have and have not Facebook groups, Facebook pages, be sure to post links to my stuff there, because those are big communities for have and have not fans, and I will draw them into this community as well. So I'm going to close things out, and you all have a great day. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.